Brought to you by GatewayCitySavers.com.
Introducing the Ice Report with Tom Casey, exclusively on 101ESPN.com.
Tom Casey with your latest installment of the online Ice Report right here at 101ESPN.com. And today we take a look back at the big blockbuster trade between the Blues and the Avalanche, bringing power forward Chris Stewart and rookie right defenseman Kevin Shattenkirk to St. Louis in exchange for Erik Johnson, former first overall pick in 2006, as well as an excellent role player, a centerman who can win a lot of faceoffs, Jay McClement. My personal take on the trade, I like it a lot, and I'm kind of surprised that there hasn't been more of an outrage of sorts from Blues Nation and the Blues faithful, because Erik Johnson was a very popular player to a lesser degree. Even though he was a role player, McClement was popular too, also drafted by the organization, not a former first-round pick, but a second-round pick, Jay McClement, back in 2001. I think this trade could and hopefully will help both teams. You don't want it to help Colorado too much because the Blues are trying to make the playoffs, and Colorado is a team that, while they're behind the Blues, that's, in the Western Conference, everybody competes with everybody else because it's that hard to get in the playoffs in the Western Conference. But Erik Johnson is a guy who's only in his third full season, and a lot of people will tell you that it takes 3 full seasons for a defenseman to play at the National Hockey League level before you know just how good he is. But the Blues weren't necessarily dissatisfied with Johnson to spark this trade. It's that they had a depth of defense prospects that allowed them to make this move and address the biggest need in their organization, which was not just getting a guy who could score, but a power forward. If you've noticed, not only does Chris Stewart make things happen offensively from the power forward position, but he also is a guy that gets to the net, both at even strength and on the power play. Chris Stewart is a go-to-the-net guy that the Blues really haven't had since losing David Perron way back on November 4th due to the concussion he suffered at home against San Jose. Now the Blues reacquire that threat, that specific threat of a guy who can make things happen in front of the net with his size and with his skill, maybe a deflection or maybe just getting position and getting a rebound near the net. I think Chris Stewart is going to be a big-time star in the league, a very popular fan favorite in St. Louis. I like what they did. I think they had to be active. They had to do something, and they did do something, and there's a lot to look forward to in the future for the Blues. That is your latest edition of the Online Ice Report right here on 101ESPN.com.